Quiet! I had to do it. Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I am here to review Cobra Kai Season 5. The best male soap opera outside of pro wrestling that you can find on television or streaming. And that is indeed correct. Cobra Kai is back for a 5th season over on Netflix. And this story is... Okay, so let me get started with the negatives so at least I could get those out of the way and then I could talk about all the things I enjoy. This show just keeps being so repetitive and playing off of the same conflicts over and over and over again. But I appreciate in this season that they take one big central conflict and do something different with it, and I appreciated that. This show is cheesy, it's ridiculous. You have to really suspend your disbelief because where are the cops? And why is the answer to every conflict karate? And why is that the only way to resolve any issues is karate? And that is the world of Cobra Kai. If you cannot, accept that, you're going to have some problems. And you're not going to lie, there's a lot of characters in this show, and not everybody gets a real chance to shine. But what I appreciate about this season is where we find each of our characters. You find Daniel LaRusso, played by Ralph Macchio, in a place where he's still so obsessed with silver. And his longtime rival from one of the former Karate Kid films, you have Thomas Ian Griffith back here. And Terry Silver is such a great antagonist. He's intelligent, he knows how to push your buttons, and Griffith gives a great performance here. And you just want to hate him so much. But you still have Kreese, who Martin Kove gets to do some interesting things because Kreese is in prison in this season. And he's there for the vast majority of what we experience. And you get to see him being challenged with some other things along the way. And you have one of the biggest changes in this season is you don't have any conflicts between Daniel and Johnny. Thank God, because if we had to have them get together and then break up again one more time, I was totally done with this show. But the show has evolved into the point where we finally can just accept them. And at the center, Johnny and you have Carmen, Vanessa Rubio have some great things going on and some interesting twists and turns in terms of their relationship that we can invest in. You have Amanda LaRusso, Courtney Hengler's character, who gets more involved. This season has a bit of tale of two stories, because the first half of the season, Daniel's obsessed, and he brings in Tozen, who's one of the characters from when he was in Japan in the original series, and Chozen, played by Yuji Okamoto, is fantastic. He's such a great character. He brings so much personality and layers to the show. They're dead set on taking down Terry Silver, and Amanda is just so done with Daniel at this point. Johnny is off doing his own thing because this season starts with Miguel Zolo Maraduna's character off in Mexico trying to find his dad, and I felt like this was a cool thing to take things in a new direction with Cobra Kai, except they resolve it in 2 episodes and then we're back to the same thing that we usually are. But William Zabka does some great work in this season, and you have his relationship with Miguel, and then Tanner Buchanan's Robbie, his own actual blood son, and you even have Samantha LaRusso, who's kind of giving up on the karate thing, or at least trying to put it behind them. And then you have so many different characters, because you have Dimitri, you have Eli, and all the other characters on both sides of the aisle here that, they're in Cobra Kai or they're in Miyagi-Do karate. And then you have Kenny, played by Dallas Dupree Young, who gets some big development in this particular season. And you have Peyton List's Tori Nichols, who has one of the most interesting and dynamic arcs in this season and really gets to shine. And one other, you have Devin, played by Uno O'Brien, who I love seeing her more in this series. She's a great character. But here's the thing. Cobra Kai is growing and taking over the whole entire valley, and they're bringing in all these dangerous karate masters, and the action in this season is a whole nother level. It gets up there, and especially the last episode, stakes get high. They're trying to straight up murder each other, and this is crazy. This show is ridiculous, and if you can't take the ridiculous melodrama and soap opera-y stuff going on with it, it's a shame, because you're missing out on a lot of fun that is the show. But it's cheesy, it's ridiculous, but I love the arcs that these characters are going on, and Daniel LaRusso finally transforms into the adult Daniel that we always wanted him to be. And he really channels Mr. Miyagi in this season, and you get to see him at his worst, getting really beat down by Silver, and then later in the season coming blow to blow with him again. And the action here is great, it's exciting, it's fun. Kudos to a lot of the stunt work in this show, but this is a season that took us on an interesting journey and leaves us with quite the tease to see where things are going in the future. I don't know how many more seasons you could possibly have of this show. I could honestly see them ending it after the next one, because where do you go from here? But there's one last big thread left there, and it'll be interesting to see where this series takes us for Season 6. But those are my thoughts on Cobra Kai Season 5. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some TV. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.